Oh, good morning to you, good morning. It is, what is it? Oh, it's the 14th of March, 2020. Yeah, St Matilda's Day, or Saint Mathilde. I've been keeping in touch and watching and generally observing some of the issues going on in England at the moment. Now, there is a certain degree of panic. Shoppers are fighting over toilet rolls, for goodness sake. Yeah, well, I guess if that's what they want to do. And I try not to let these panics affect me. You know, I take a view, I know it's shared by some of you at least, that, you know, the needs I have, God will provide. You know, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want 100 toilet rolls. But it slowly gets to you. And so this morning, I am panicking. You can tell, can't you? I am absolutely panicking about getting to the shops before they run out of, I don't know, hand sanitizer. Yeah, hand sanitizer. What's wrong with soap and water? I don't know, I'm not a scientist. But yes, I am in a desperate panic to get to the shops this morning to do some panic shopping. That's why I did spend 5 minutes just cutting a little bit of grass. That's the sort of level of panic I'm at. But let's jump in the jalopy and get to the shops. Well, as you can see, we're stuck in a traffic jam now on the way to the shops. People panic buying. I'm sorry, I shouldn't mock. It is a concern. You know, I've got friends in England who are caught up in it all. They finish work and pop into the local shop to buy something, and there are big gaps in the shelves where normally the supermarkets have enough, well, specifically toilet paper. Why the rush on toilet paper? I don't know. Oh, and pasta, apparently. But yes, people are getting themselves all in a bit of a twist and buying it like it's going out of fashion. And for people at work and for people who struggle a bit to get to the shops, it's causing a minor crisis in some areas, certainly the areas where I talk to people. I think we need to step back a little bit, and maybe before we go to the shops we should have a look what you got in the cupboard. I had a little count up, and unless the entire US Marine Corps come and use my toilet today, I should make it through until tomorrow. Yeah. Have I got enough food? Yes, I have. Do I want some more? Well, yes, but, you know, is there any point bulk buying? Each of us have got to make our own mind up on that, but I think we all need to calm down a bit. So, am I exceeding the speed? Oh, yeah, actually I am. Oh. It's an 80 km/h speed limit along this road, and this car thinks that we should be going a bit quicker. But it looks like being a good day today. We're coming into the town of Martizay. This is a delightful little town. And what I can see on the left, see the red doors, that we'll call it the fire station. That's not quite the whole story. It's the where the pompiers meet, and by the number of cars parked there, they're obviously having a training day today. Now we do take this 30 km/h speed limit quite seriously, because they've put in the road rather an effective speed bump. If you hit this too quick, you become an aviator. There we are, see chap panic buying, obviously. Just come from the Tabac. Very nice people in there. For those of you that have never been to France, Tabacs are an incredibly important place. Yes, they sell tobacco products, but they generally also are a sort of coffee shop. People sit there and they meet and they chat about the weather and all the things that people chat about. They very often normally sell stamps if you want to write letters, but for tourists it can be a little bit of a problem, because they tend to only sell stamps for France and Europe. So if you want to send something further than that, you need to go to a post office. And they sell newspapers and all the usual things that small tobacconists sell, but for visitors the important thing is they're little coffee shops, and they've all got a toilet. Generally speaking, it's spotlessly clean, so you know, and that's a very pleasant Tabac. The chap that runs that is very, very sociable, friendly sort of guy. Chambon, in Commune de Martizay. Again, look, 30 mile an hour speed, 30 kilometre an hour. Hit this at 30 miles an hour and you're going to lose your suspension. I've never actually been into the town here. No, a town. It's a hamlet, a commune. Part of the commune of Martizay. You know, blink and you miss it sort of place. Oilseed rape. I must ask what the French name for that is. Oh, yeah, I keep meaning to actually film that magnolia tree. It's actually past its best now. It was gorgeous about 5 days ago. Well, I've arrived at the supermarket, and as you can see, the crowds are already gathering to panic buy. Okay, well, the raid on the shops was a great success. I got things that I want. I didn't get everything I wanted because I didn't have everything I wanted, which, you know, that was a little bit... We'll adapt and overcome. Now I've got to give some serious thought to how you install a beam in a wall. Yeah, what I've got to do is I've got to take that beam out, and then I've got to hold that beam up with one hand while I push sand and cement underneath it to bed it in. That should be fun, shouldn't it? I'm not going to rush this, but what I am going to do is today I'm going to practice lifting it with one hand. Well, that gives you an idea of how I'm going to do it. It's going to be a long, slow process, and I'm going to be cutting a fair amount of timber. But today all I want to do is practice getting it up there, make sure I've got the height, and then I'm going to take it back down again, because obviously with it up there I'm going to have trouble getting the old one out. So I just want to cut and prepare timber today for lifting the beam. Incidentally, the chap in the Metalier, the place I got this beam, said it only weighs 240 kilos. What's that? 480 pounds, something like that. So I don't know how many of you can bench press 480 pounds, but you know, I could last week, but I've got a little bit older since then. Anyway, that's the game for today. Simply working out how to do it and practicing. But before that, you know, this is the Harry Faber channel. Before that, we stop for tea.